Hello, welcome back. We have a very interesting story here. We can tell by the picture. Look at this picture. Really cool, right? What are these animals? Do you know these animals? These animals are elephants. Elephants. And here we have a person. A person is helping the elephants. What are the elephants doing? The elephants are eating something, right? This elephant is using its nose to put food in its mouth. Ooh, do you want to use your nose to put food in your mouth? That sounds a little yuck-yawa, right? But elephants do it. There's no problem for them. They're taking the food from the bucket and putting it in their mouth. And this man is helping them, right? The title of the story is Helping Hands. So this man is using his hands to help these animals. That's what this lesson or this story is about. It's about people who help animals. Let's find out many different ways that people help animals. Helping hands. Here's another way we can see somebody's hands, right? Very big picture. Wow, big fingers. And here we have some very cute 너무 귀엽지 animals. What are they? They look like hamsters, or they could be gerbils, or they could be squirrels. Some type of little mouse, right? So, we see another example of helping hands. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures here first before we read. Here we have a man. It also looks like this is in Africa. Elephants, and what animal is this? This is not an elephant. What kind of animal is that? Can you say rhinoceros? Rhinoceros. Okay, one more time. Rhinoceros. A rhinoceros we know because the rhinoceros has a horn. Some rhinoceros only have one horn, but this one has two horns. Actually, it's kind of, you have to be careful around rhinoceros. People say rhino for short. Rhino is a short name. Rhino. You have to be careful about rhinos, but this one looks like there's no danger. And this man is giving the rhino some liquid to drink. Over here, what do we see here? What animal is this? Can you see your picture in your book? It's a tiger. A tiger? Tigers are dangerous. But not always. This tiger looks very happy. Oh, very, very sleepy or very cute. No problem. This woman is in no danger, right? She's giving the tiger some milk. Even though the tiger looks kind of big, it's not a full-grown, it's not a papa or a mama tiger. Maybe it's a teenager tiger, but it's still pretty big. But the tiger is not angry. It's very happy because she's helping the tiger. She's feeding the tiger. What animal is this? This is a type of bird. It could be a seagull, maybe some type of seabird. And what's going on? There are many hands in the picture, right? One person is here, looks like somebody else, their hand is here, and they are washing. They are washing the bird. Maybe some oil or some pollution got on that bird, and they're washing the bird clean. They're making it clean. And over here, look at this man. This man looks very worried or concerned. And what is he carrying? He's carrying an animal in his arms. He's carrying a seal. Could be a baby seal. And he's worried about it. But look at the cloth and look at the ground. It could be that there is oil. And this is very sad. Sometimes you read about it in the news. A big ship carrying lots of oil crashes, and all the oil gets in the water, and it gets on the animals. And the animals have a hard time living. So we need to wash the animals. We need to take care of the animals. So these are all examples, right? These are all examples of people helping animals. Let's read about these and other situations. Here we have sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. We see that right away. Sometimes, not all the time, right? We see these pictures and we think, oh, it's terrible. Is it all the time? It's not all the time. Whew, thank goodness. It's sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes wild animals are hurt. Sometimes they lose their homes. They lose their homes. Sometimes baby animals lose their parents, right? So these are not good situations. Animals are hurt. They lose their homes. Their homes are destroyed. They have nowhere to live. Sometimes baby animals lose their parents. How can they live? How can they survive? Many people help animals in trouble. So we can help the animals who are in this kind of trouble. People can help them. Some people help animals that are hurt. They take them to an animal hospital. An animal hospital, right? Of course, there's hospital for people, 병원, right? But there's also a hospital, 병원, for animals, right? We usually say an animal hospital in that case. It is an animal hospital. If you have a dog or a cat, you should take your pet to an animal hospital in case they are sick, or sometimes just to get a checkup to make sure they're healthy. At the animal hospital, there means at the animal hospital. There, animal doctors fix broken bones. Fix, make them okay. They fix broken bones. Sometimes they give medicines too. Medicine, 약, right? If you're sick, you have to take medicine. Take medicine. You don't eat medicine, you take medicine. So sometimes you need to take medicine. The animal doctors will give medicine to the animals. And here we can see an example. This sea turtle is at an animal hospital. So this animal is a sea turtle. And there's something wrong with the sea turtle. These two people, they are doctors, and they are going to help that sea turtle. Okay, this book has many different examples of people helping animals. So we'll see some more examples when we come back from the break. We'll see you then. Okay, as I said, there are many examples showing people helping animals. Here we have two examples. This first one, what do we see? We see a woman helping some kind of animal here. What kind of animal is it? You can read up here. This koala. This koala was rescued from a fire. It is having a drink. So look at how the woman is giving the koala a drink. She's using this. What is that? That is a syringe, and it's used usually when you go to the doctor, you get a shot. Ow! We don't like to see this. Oh, we have bad memory, right? Ow, it hurts. You get a shot. But in this case, she put milk or some kind of healthy drink in the syringe. There's no needle. Whew, no needle. The needle is the sharp point that goes in your skin. There's no needle, so she's just using that to push the liquid into the koala's mouth. So it's a good way to feed the koala. So this koala was rescued from a fire. Oops, there was a fire, and the koala was rescued from the fire. But the koala, you know, his or her home was destroyed, right? So they're going to feed the koala and take care of it and find a new home for the koala. Now over here we have another example. Here we can see a man, and he is doing, what is he doing to the chimpanzee? Chimpanzee, right? These are chimpanzees. We say chimp for short name, just like rhinoceros, rhino, chimpanzee, chimp, okay? And look at, this is kind of funny, because chimpanzees are very similar to us. Chimpanzees are very similar to humans. They are actually very closely related to. And of course, this chimpanzee is just like any young child, very interested, what's going on? Right? So this man is helping this chimpanzee, and the chimpanzee's friend is like, I want to see what's going on, right? Very cute. A vet. So this man is a vet. What is a vet? A vet is short for veterinarian, and a veterinarian is an animal doctor. An easy way, if you can't say veterinarian, if it's 너무 힘들어 to pronounce veterinarian, you can do two things. Just say vet, which is a short name, like rhinoceros, rhino, chimpanzee, chimp, veterinarian, vet. or animal doctor. A vet is checking this chimp's eyes. So he is checking the chimp's eyes to make sure that the chimp is healthy, right? That's what I said before. If you have a pet, you should take it to the animal hospital to make sure that it is healthy. So this vet is caring for these chimps or these chimpanzees. Okay, let's read some more. This is a very cute picture, by the way, before I read. Look at this little guy. He's like, ooh, that tickles. Tickle is when you scratch somebody or you touch their stomach and you with your fingers like this and you tickle them. Kanjiro, right? Okay. Some people help baby animals that have no parents. Oma, opa, 없어요, right? They have no parents. Very sad situation. So maybe this animal doesn't have any parents. They feed the babies. They play with them. They keep them safe. They do three things. They feed the babies. They play with them. Maybe they're playing or cleaning. And they keep them safe, right? In this case, we can see this baby lemur. This is a type of animal, a lemur. A lemur is a small animal that lives in the jungle, and they live in the trees, and they climb on the trees with their hands, right? And they're very cute. Nomu 귀엽지, right? They're very cute. And look, they're using a toothbrush to clean it. Of course, he likes it, right? He's like, yay! Oh, very funny. A toothbrush is the right size for the job. A toothbrush is very small for us, but the toothbrush is very big for the lemur. So it's the right size for the job. The right size for the job. You want the right tool for the job. In this case, the toothbrush is the right size for the job. Okay, so this is what people do for animals that have no parents. They feed babies, they play with them, they keep them safe. And this baby lemur has no parents, so this person is brushing the lemur and cleaning them, taking care of it. Okay. Here's another couple of examples. In this picture, what do we see? We see a baby squirrel, And again, we see the syringe being used to feed the squirrel. So that's a very common way to feed a baby animal. You take the syringe and you put milk or some healthy liquid in there and you put it back and then you can push it and the liquid comes out the other end, and it's like you're slowly, not fast because you don't want to hurt the animal, but slowly, and the animal can drink from there. That's very, very cute. So a baby squirrel is being fed. It needs a special milk drink. Not just plain milk from a cow, but a special milk drink. There are other things in the milk that the animal doctor or the vet puts in there, maybe some vitamins or something that the squirrel needs. So that's this example here. In this example, what do we see? We see an elephant, right? And we see a woman playing with the elephant, right? She's playing with the trunk or the nose of the elephant. These young elephants have no parents. So this elephant doesn't have a father or mother. Maybe they died. This woman takes care of them, right? There's two elephants. She feeds them. She also plays with them. And we can see that in this picture, that the woman is playing with the elephants. And the elephants are happy. They like it, of course. So they like to play. All animals like to play and to feel safe and to be fed, right? And that's interesting. That's very good. And that's what these two people are doing for the animals that they are caring for. Okay. Well, let's end this part of the lesson here. We'll take a break and we'll see you next time. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about the ways that people help animals. We're reading about it and we're seeing many, many different examples of this also. Let's continue reading. Here we see some people help wild animals in other ways. So we read about how animals are hurt, right? Animal doctors take care of them. We saw how some animals are, they don't have mothers or fathers. They have no parents. so other people take care of them. But there are other ways that we can help animals, that some people can help animals. They clean them. They clean them. And we saw examples of that, by the way. We saw people washing the bird, and we saw the man carrying the seal. Probably he was going to clean the seal. Right? So they clean animals. They set them free. Set them free? What does that mean? Well, sometimes wild animals are kept in cages, or they're kept in not very good conditions by mean or cruel people, right? And in some cases, you can get the police or you can get people to help them set those animals free, to let them go in the wild where they belong, okay? So they set those animals free. Sometimes they take them to a new home. Remember the koala that was rescued from a fire? The koala's home is gone. It's all burned. So those people have to take the koala to a new home, a new area. Okay? In this case, this boy is setting a bird free. So this boy has a bird, right? Looks like the bird is not afraid, right? Maybe they were caring for the bird for a long time, feeding it, making it get healthy. Maybe it was sick or injured or hurt, and they helped the bird. Now it's healthy. It's ready to go away. So this boy is going to set the bird free. He's going to let it go back to nature because now the bird can take care of itself. It can take care of itself. Here are two more examples, lots of examples in this book. Let's see here first. Here we see people washing a bird. Remember what I talked about before? I said, unfortunately, sometimes there's an oil spill. Oil gets in the water. It gets on the beach. It gets on the animals. And they have to wash the animals. In this case, this bird was caught in an oil spill when a big boat was going along and it had an accident. It broke and the oil came out of the boat and into nature. People are cleaning its feathers because if the oil is on the bird's feathers, the bird can't fly. Sometimes the bird can't move. It's too heavy because the oil sticks to the feathers. Right? That's very bad for the bird. So they clean the bird so that the bird can be healthy again and the bird can fly again. In this case, here's a man here, and look at these little guys here, right? These are not chimpanzees. They're another type of animal that's very similar to chimpanzees, and again, also similar to human beings, right? But these are not chimpanzees. These are called orangutans. 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 These young orangutans are moving to a safer home. So this man is taking these orangutans to a safer home. Maybe they were in a place that was dangerous, right? Maybe it was too close to a town, or maybe there were other wild animals, dangerous animals, or maybe there were people with guns who would hurt these orangutans, and that's too bad. But this man is going to help save these orangutans, move them to a safer home. And these are many different ways that people help animals. Okay? Finally, we have a little bit more text here. We see a picture here. Here's a man, and he's helping. Remember what kind of animals these are? Do you remember? We talked about this. There's two ways that you can call them. One way is, the long way is chimpanzee, and the short way, chimp or chimps. There are many chimps in this picture, right? And it looks like this man has some food, and of course they're very interested in the food that this man has. People make safe places for wild animals. Safe places, a safe home. Animals rest and eat at these places. They grow strong. So this is very good, right? The animals need a safe place to live. At that place, they can rest and they can eat. And when they rest and they eat, they can grow strong. There are people everywhere who like to help animals. In every country, in every place, there are people who like to help animals. Are you that type of person? Do you want to help animals? Maybe you can get a job when you're older helping animals. You can become an animal doctor. You could become a trainer. You could even do a lot of different things. You could become a photographer or a writer and let other people know about how special these animals are, right? You could become a scientist and study these animals in their homes and also study how to help these animals. That's an important thing to do. In this box here, we can see these chimps are hanging out for a meal. Hang out is a good expression. To hang out, of course, you know, to hang means to hang from a tree, but we hang out. People hang out all the time. When you go meet your friends and you're just talking to your friends, maybe you're talking at school or you're talking at your home or near your home or in a park. You're not doing anything special, just kind of spending time and talking with your friends. You're hanging out. You're hanging out. These chimps are hanging out for a meal. Means they're just kind of waiting. They're not talking, of course, to each other, but they do communicate, but not like we do. But they're just hanging out. They're waiting for somebody to give them food. They're hanging out for a meal. So a good expression. Okay, here's another example, our last example of people helping animals. And this is an interesting place. Look at this place. There are elephants, baby elephants, right? And there's also a rhinoceros or rhino here, and then another kind of animal over here. Looks like maybe a warthog, which was in the movie The Lion King, remember? Behind the rhinoceros. So there's many different animals here, and it looks like it's in Africa. These are African animals. These young elephants live in an animal park, and that's important, especially in a place like Africa. Unfortunately, there are people who will hunt these animals for parts of them. And of course, when they get older, they have the tusk, right? And that's ivory. And some people will hunt the rhinoceros just for the horn. It's terrible, really terrible. So what they do is they make an animal park. This is an area that these animals are protected. No hunters can come here. And these men care for the animals, and maybe this guy here is looking out and making sure that no hunters come. And that's a very important thing to do. Of course, like I said before, we have to work to protect these animals. Animals need our help, right? Because there's many dangerous things in the world. They might get hurt. They might lose their parents. There might be a fire. Other bad people might hurt animals. So we have to protect these animals from harm. Okay, this is our index. We looked at a lot of different types of animals. So if you want to remember what the animals are, if you want to see a picture of the animal, you can find where that information is very quickly with an index. We have birds are on page 8 and 9. Chimps are on page 5 and 10. We saw 2 different pictures of chimps. We saw pictures of elephants on pages 7 and page 11. We saw koalas on page 5. Lemurs, well, a lemur was on page 6. Orangutans were on page 9. A sea turtle was on page 4. And squirrels are on page 7. Okay, these are all just different examples of animals that people help. And like I said, think about it. What do you want to do when you grow up? What kind of job do you want to have? Do you want to help animals? There are lots of different jobs you can have where you can help animals. So it's a good thing to do, good thing to think about. So think about that, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.